So 2004 to about 2006, we had an amazing run in terms of SD Gundam because we had the Gundam Seed and Seed Destiny line, and in that line we got the Zaku Warrior. Now this thing is great. It has everything you'd really want, like even the cross silhouettes now. The only thing I feel they benefit from is the knee articulation compared to like Seed and Seed Destiny kits. These are some of the best SDs you're gonna find. Like the body here for the Zaku, no stickers aside from the shield. The white ring is made up of two, and of course you got the eye, which very easy to swap or pop off and rotate the mono eye. Very simple. Yeah, I was surprised that even the hosing is colored plastic. They did a really good job. And it does have the posability you would want. It's nothing amazing, but in terms of SD, it is pretty good. So, yeah, like I said, the weakest parts are the legs, but I don't think that's too bad because SDs, I don't really ever think of them like, oh yeah, gotta have them do a bending, like a crouch or something. Oh, they're SDs, they're supposed to be squat. I don't really need to have the leg articulation. And they come with everything you'd really want. You've got the beam rifle, which it's thin, but it looks good. It has a peg you can actually store it on the back, which is something SDs didn't really care about until Seed and Seed Destiny. They really didn't. That was never a thing. That's I can think of. I'm sure there's an occasion I'm not thinking of right now, but they also give you the option to have the handle sticking out. Sure, there's no hinge. You have to like manually swap it out, but you can have it so that the Zaku Warrior can. And because it has the extra hinge in the torso here, you can get it so he's posing, holding it with both hands. It's a little tricky, I'm not gonna lie, but for the most part, I mean, I'm sure you can do better if you want to. But I really like that. And the shield has a couple hinges where it's connected, so that does help as well. You can have it do that. Now, why would you want it to do that? Well, you get a heat hawk. Yeah, it's no clear pink here, but that was never really a thing. Still isn't really a thing, sometimes, for SDs. But holes are great. And, as far as I know, the only model of a Zaku Warrior that can store the heat hawk in the shield. Technically, like underneath the shield. It's not inside anywhere because it's hollow, but it has these two clips which match perfectly up to the handle and the little tip. It's such a good idea. See, I mean, you can see it here, but from the front, you can't really tell. So you can do the whole thing where it does that, and you got the handle sticking where it's supposed to be. These are so good. I was always blown away by the Zaku Warriors. And you also get the Wizard Pack. Now this is all just gray plastic, so everything you see here that is a color is a sticker, which isn't a lot because the Wizard Pack isn't that colorful. But you do have some hinges to reveal the thrusters, which is nice. The fin here can move. I guess that's good. And opening missile pods. Sure, they're not colored, but hey, I'm not going to complain. That's really cool. And these can rotate, so once you peg it into the body of the Zaku, you can do what it does in the show. You can have these up and fire in the missiles. This kit is amazing. So amazing, in fact, that I got the other ones. I got the Heinz Wellfell, I think it is, the Ray, and the Lunamaria Hawk. Yeah, they came out with 4 different versions. Now it's not as many color variants as the high grade line got back in the day, but still, for an SD, that's quite a lot. And you can see these two have command antenna. You have command antennas for all of them, but you have the little piece in here, the little filler, which you can put in there. So if you want, you can have all of them with command antennas or none of them. I just did it because it made sense, because usually these ones don't have them. Lunamaria's didn't. I'm pretty sure the Heinz one did, and I know the Ray one did, so there you go. Now the one thing different about Ray is that his shields are already white, so they just give you a sticker to put the lavender purple in here, which is interesting because it means they had to make a new sheet for him specifically. They definitely didn't have to. They could just leave it white. Who gives a shit? But they did give a shit, and I appreciate that. But yeah, everything's the same. Articulation is the same, and they do have quite a lot of nice little detail. If we, actually, let me do one that's like not white, be a little easier to see. Luna Maria. So you got the little markings on the shoulders, even on the skirts, even in the back. Oh, and there is a peg on the heat hawk. Let me get one in here. So you could technically have it on the back. I mean, why not? And while I'm talking about Luna, she's the only one who got a different wizard pack. She got the gunner pack, which, I mean, you got stickers for the red, where there is. It does have a little wire here. And you got the double hinge for the cannon, which you do have to parts for, which I'm not going to complain about. Once again, SD 2000, I think these were 2005. I remember how to put this in there. And I think the handle, yeah, the handle here moves. It had a, okay, I don't know what happened there. There should be a little back piece, I'm pretty sure. I don't know where it is. I thought it was attached. Apparently it's not. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there was another one here, so make it a little longer. Oh well. Not a huge deal. It'll bug me later, but for now, we're just gonna get this attached to Luna Maria's Zaku. Well, more or less. I mean, you can have it in the one hand. I doubt you can get the other one in that hand. It's really close together. But the fact that it can hold it, I think it's very nice. And you might have noticed as well that some have 2 shields and some have 1. Well, they each come with the 2 shields and a spiky shoulder. Once again, I was trying to be more accurate to the shows, where these 2 usually had 1 shield and these 2 had 2. Even though this was not in the show, but from all the pictures I've seen, I'm pretty sure he had 2 shields, because I guess a commander has 2 shields for whatever reason. But yeah, of course, they all have, the other ones have the wizard pack. Ray should have the wizard pack because that's what he used in his Zaku all the time. Which is interesting because you could have used different ones. I mean, they're all interchangeable. He could have used, I'm sure they had an extra gunner pack probably. And there were other, I feel like there are other packs. There weren't just 2. But I don't remember if they ever showed any of the ones in the anime. I'm fairly certain there were more. I could be wrong. But yeah, we all got our heat hawks and our our beam rifles. Everybody gets them. I think, I'm trying to remember, I think they each came with 2 heat hawks. Because if they didn't, I got an extra one for some reason, because he has 1, he has 1, he has 1, and now he has 2. So I want to say they each came with 2. I don't remember. But since I got an extra one here, I'm thinking they did. Not that it matters, because you can have them both in each shield. Because if you have both shields attached, that would make sense, right? I have 2 heat hawks for him because he has 2 shields, so I want to have it stored, both of them stored in there. So well, these are great, and I have actually seen a few of them coming back in stock in different stores, at least in Canadian shops online. So I'd say if you like SDs, or even if you don't and you like the Zaku Warrior, because there's not a lot right now you can choose from. Like the master grades are great, but getting recolors is expensive, and these are just small. They pose well, they have a lot of stuff, and there's quite a few colors to choose from.